All right, so the next one is a show that is already out. We've watched a trailer for it before. In the comments of that trailer, a bunch of people made fun of me because I said that I didn't think that the trailers have been good so far. I've watched up to the second episode of the show, and I'm going to tell you that there are some issues with the actual show. We'll talk about it here in a second, but let's check it out. We're watching the trailer for. The Action Pack needs you. You can support Mike's After Action Reviews on our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Every quarter, once we've made at least $200, we're going to be giving away 10% of our earnings from Patreon in a giveaway over on our Twitch, so go check that out as well. You can find all of the links for everything in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Do your part. Support the pack. The Action Pack. One Piece. The final trailer, Netflix. Coming to us from Netflix. We're going to like the video. Did you watch One Piece or anything yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so my biggest concern was the CGI and some of the cast being not looking like the original cast hasn't been such a big problem, but everything, a lot of things for the actual show, not this trailer, but for the actual show, look cheap. Like it just looks like, it looks like high production fan film, if that makes sense. But anyway, mythic treasure, powerful pirates, and a legendary crew. One Piece sets sail on August 31st, only on Netflix. So I've watched the first 2 episodes. With his straw hat and ragtag crew, young pirate Monkey D. Luffy goes on an epic voyage for treasure with his live-action adaptation of the popular manga. All right. 2-minute, 22-second trailer. Are you ready?
Ready.
I love my awesome Support the Troops Stormtrooper mug. Do you know where you can get a mug just like this one, but different? Bottega Krua. Bottega Krua is an Italian born and raised artisan trained at the Academy of Fine Arts in Venice, Italy. Since 2010, Bottega Krua has offered unique handmade and hand-painted ceramics, pottery, and other artistic products. You can find these products at her Etsy store by following the link down below. She also takes custom orders, but they may take longer to ship because she has to make them after you order them. So, go check out Bottega Krua to get yourself an awesome mug just like this one, or the ones you've been seeing behind me as this ad has been going on. Remember, guys, supporting our partners is supporting the pack, the Action Pack. Here we go.
I'm gonna find the One Piece. It's Gold Roger's treasure. Hidden somewhere in the Grand Line.
It's a myth.
Can't wait to see the look on your face when we find it.
But isn't there something that you want? More than anything else in this world. For as long as I can remember, it's been my dream to become King of the Pirates!
King of the Pirates, eh? Some treacherous path.
Okay.
If the path seems too easy, then you're on the wrong path.
Piracy is a scourge upon this world.
We will capture them, and they will be brought to justice.
See, everything in this trailer looks better than the previous trailers, but they're not showing a lot of CGI.
Don't let anything get in the way of your dreams.
Not everyone gets to follow their dreams.
This is our fight. Until we find the One Piece. And become king of the pirates.
Don't tell me you actually believe in him.
I don't need to. He believes in himself.
Wear a straw hat.
Okay.
I'm afraid it's time I ended this.
Yeah, this is a much better trailer. I just want to...
Yeah.
That went pretty well. Don't you think?
So... Okay, 1 second. It's going to do the little... August 31st. So, just some real quick background, because we've already watched a couple. I've watched all of the trailers. I've done reactions to 3 of the trailers. I think that's all of them. Ellie, my wife, has watched heavily watched this anime. Okay, I don't know if she's completed it. There's a lot to it, but everything looks... So first of all, the trailer looks a lot better, but the CGI really is not great. Like, there's things where you see him, like, stretch his arm, because he can stretch his arm like Mr. Fantastic, where he goes like this and his arm stretches way out that way, and then he punches people and stuff. And it does not look good, because the CGI just isn't the best. Then there's some spots where the CGI is good in the show, not the trailer. And then there's some spots where the CGI is good. Practical effects look good. Ellie told me after watching the second episode, she said, it's like it's like an approximation, but everything just looks a little cheap. Like the sets and the costumes. And then the acting is not the greatest. Again, it's okay, but it's not, it's like when the MCU started making comic book characters, they had people who came in and played the characters and really played the characters, and here they have people coming in and they do their little, like I said, approximation of the character, but it's not the greatest thing. This guy, let me see. This guy right here, you're going to see him in a second. Where is he? This guy right here, he played in the movie 300 with Gerard Butler. And he's probably the best actor, and I mean, it shows in his character. Like, his character is the best acted character in this show.
Spartans?
What's that?
Spartans?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that movie. That's a good movie. I mean, I don't know. So I would say that this trailer is actually good. And I would say that from an outsider, like the show itself, from somebody who's never watched the anime, from the show itself, it's like, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. As somebody who watched the anime, I would probably be more disappointed because it's not as, it's nowhere near like what the anime. But anyway, I mean, what did you think of the trailer though?
I think you made a good point there, but if you don't know anime and you just watch it from zero knowledge of it, you probably like it. I mean, I think I wouldn't mind watching it. I haven't watched it yet. It's kind of like the last one where they had the Book of Clarence. If you read the Bible and stuff like that, you're probably going to be pretty wise to the Book of Clarence being pretty cheap and sacrilegious and all that and stuff. There's a sense to going into it. If you don't know anything about it, you might like it a little bit more. If you're like a hardcore One Piece like you and Ellie, you're probably kind of say, oh man, this is
Yeah, so to be clear, I've watched a few. So my dad actually I believe that he is all caught up. Like, he actually has watched all of One Piece. And then I haven't, though, because One Piece started out when I was a kid, and then he started watching it then and just kept doing it. I think I watched quite a bit of the first season, and then I just, I was a kid. I went down and lived more of my life, and but it was good when I watched it. So, so I'm not a huge fan. I do just want to show you this because this is another problem. Is that this guy right here? This is Zoro. He's the big fighter. The fighter guy. Really great as far as the choreography for the most part. But watch this. Do you see how he didn't hit his axe? Do you see how he's actually not hitting his axe? Like, the swords aren't actually making contact. So,
none.
Yeah. So I'm showing you because I noticed it right away when I watch it. But there's other parts where you'll see him like swing, and even watching it at full speed, you can tell during the show. So some of the you see how it didn't look.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of the choreography for the fight scenes does not look great. That's another thing. So that's just another part of it. It's not that it makes the show terrible. It's just that, like I said, it makes it look like, oh, it's just a little it's a little cheap. It's a little off.
You wonder more about the budget stuff on these, if that causes these.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Technology.
You said about the bug, but
The budget.
oh right, yeah. So I will say this: Netflix, Daredevil. One second, Daredevil. Have you seen Daredevil on Netflix?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Netflix Daredevil cost cost per episode was, I forget exactly what it was. Cost per episode was 3.3 million. Okay, the cost of this show is 18 million per episode. So this is actually like is way more expensive and still feels way cheaper. Yeah, it's 16 or 18. Yeah, 17 million per episode. So while I don't know exactly what they spent their money on, I'm just saying that it could be something about the budget. But basically, it is more expensive than other shows that do not have those issues. By the way, this is a big one, and it's a big one because it's in the trailer. But right here, this is probably the worst that you see through the whole show. You see him swing his sword. Okay, he swings his sword and he swings it at nothing. You can actually see he doesn't hit anything. And even when you are watching this fight in the show, you see it, and it's like you can tell that he didn't hit anything. Do you see it? That he's not hitting anything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's another thing, like the fight choreography. And then all that cheapness just kind of takes away from the emotional impact of some of the scenes. But anyway, we got about 45 seconds to the ad break. I can real quick read some comments. That line from Zorro, I don't need to believe in him. I don't need to. He believes in himself perfectly. Early signs of Zorro trusting his captain's goals. Just watched it last night, and I'm so satisfied with everything in that movie. It's not a movie. This is probably a bot because it's a The actors act, the fight scenes, the script just amaze me. Okay, the show is fire. Really loved all of the battles and the characters. Looks good too. Also, this live action show blew out my expectations. That's how well made it was. You guys should do more of these live action. So people are satisfied. I do just want to say it is good for a live action. Like, it's much better than most live action shows from Netflix. But I would say that it is. If you're not used to Netflix quality live action, you're probably going to be. You're going to see some of the issues, but. We've got the ad break coming up right now, so I'm going to put us to intermission, and we'll continue on. Go check this one out. It's out now. But we're going to move forward, and we'll see you guys after these short messages. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord, where you can voice chat with me while I live stream, and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after-action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.